We asked where the greatest need was in the community, and the greatest need came from the teenage population.
We have a lot of potential in our youth, but potential is one thing. To give them access to have a pursuit and give them exposure to the proper resources they need to grow is what we're all about here at Empower 225.
They were coming from some of the most vulnerable environments, the most vulnerable population. When you look at kids that have dropped out of school, the stats were showing dropout rates, teen pregnancy, gun violence. And so we looked at each other and said, well, then that's where we want to be.
At Empower 225, our 5 pillars are educational support, housing, mentorship, life skills, and career preparedness.
I say Empower 225 has prepared me in ways as being a better person and becoming more for the future, just being prepared for everything that life has set out for you.
We have many different programs, but they are all targeted at reaching the youth, which I said is from like 11 to 24 years old.
My goal to get my high set, go to college, and become an RN, to help people, to see people really don't have to worry about what's going on with their health. Because my grandma, she had cancer. She died from it, so hold up.
The reason why most kids can't finish school is because life happens. Just think about it. We are where we are because we had that support system in our lives. Most of our kids don't have that support. And so when they show up here at Empower 225, they know that they have someone that's fighting for them.
Empower 225 had the most impact on my life. I was homeless for a year and a half. Throughout my whole life, my lights, my water has always been off. And then my grandmother, she died in 2017, and everything just went spiraling.
And my initial thought was I was just going to go and give some motivational speeches to these poor kids and go back home, feel good about myself, and everything would be okay. The challenge is I realized very, very quickly they needed a whole lot more than just motivational speeches.
We find that when we get our youth connected to mentors, they're able to stretch their mind and their thinking, and they're exposed to someone new, and that person is able to come and do life with them and show them how to live differently and how to help them pursue their dreams.
These kids, we walk by them every day, but a lot of times we don't really see them. About my second year at Empower 225, I felt very ignorant that I'd lived that much of life and never even seeing this part of the world. And these kids that just had nobody.
Now, at first I thought he was going to be a rich snob. He was trying to get inside my circle, but I was not going for it. A year down the line, we got closer and things like that. So they put a role model in my life that's going to be there forever.
We believe at Empower 225 that there's 4 things that human beings seek after. They want to be known, they want to be seen, they want to be valued, and they want to be understood.
With these children, they're expecting you not to show back up. But when I kept showing up, I think each time I came, the crust went down just a little, just a little.
I thought because I had to grow up faster that I was independent, but there's still things that, life teaches you, and they put me in those positions. I learned to catch the bus. I caught the bus for like a year and a half. I didn't have a car. I was able to cook for myself, learn how to do laundry. I work for FedEx now.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to express because you didn't see where he came from. DJ had no mentors up until we met, and he still made it. I'm like, how amazing is a guy to have that kind of tenacity?
And what we want to do is instill into our young men and young ladies that your gifts and abilities and talents can take you to high places, but it's the character that's within you that sustains it. The practical ways that we are now building the next generation and next leaders at Empower 225 is going to be our Character First Leadership Academy.
How can we continue to provide these environments, provide the services, but be a little bit more selective with certain individuals that we feel have just a high capacity, a high potential, living arrangements, education, jobs, like having them work here, having them live here, having them educate here, so that they are immersed in an environment here that we believe can be the future of Empower 225.
We do see the harvest is plentiful, We do see kids are attracted to the environments that we set, but we need more resources.
We always need volunteers to come join forces with us and help us carry out our events that we have, help us serve the community in a better way, and then also to help become mentors to the youth that we're serving.
In our communities, they have a lot of troubled youth that need help. They come from broken homes, they come from rape, sexual trafficking, just traumatic experiences, and sometimes they don't have families.
I mean, I'd have never met DJ if I'd gotten involved with Power 225. The real journey is this. There's a 12-year-old boy somewhere in Baton Rouge today that doesn't have a mother, doesn't have a father, and he's on some floor tonight sleeping somewhere that in 4 years this kid's going to show up at the Anchor House.
I would love to be able to see a community that embraces change, but embraces in a positive way, that they see themselves in a different light. I am valued. I am worth it. There is hope there.
You get to be your own person, you know? You get to be yourself over here. I'd say that's more important because behind closed doors, you don't know what's going on. And you really get to experience, you know, just laughter and joy over here.